So let's discuss the laws of indices and how to apply them to mathematical questions. Okay, let's start with what indices are. So, indices is the plural form for index, and we use this to show multiple multiplication or repeated multiplication of a number or a letter or a symbol. So if for instance you have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, so instead of this we shorten it in index form to 2 to the power of how many 2s are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 to the power of 4. And if we have a times a times a times a times a times a, we can shorten it to index form to a to the power of how many a's are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the power of 6. So this is how we work indices. Okay, so let's see the laws of indices and how we can apply them to mathematical questions. But before then, let me show you two basic concepts we should be familiar with in this topic. So remember the first time we have 2 to the power of 4, right? So in this case, we call 2 the base, then we call 4 the index. So you can see where indices come from. 4 is the index. In the other one, we have a to the power of 6. So here a is the base and 6 is the index. So these are concepts you should be familiar with when it comes to indices. Then we get to the laws of indices. So this is the first law. The first law says a to the power of m times a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. Okay, in this law, a can represent anything. Any number can be represented with a. So it can be 2, it can be 4 to the power of n. So a is the base, which can be any base. M is the index, which can be any number. So let's solve some questions that has to do with this. So here is an example. 3 to the power of 8 times 3 to the power of 5. How do we solve it? So we simply follow this law. The law says when a number times another number, same number with different index, there must be the same base. This law is only applicable to the same base, so they must be the same base. So if they are the same base, then you just pick 1, 3, you write it down, then you add up the index, which is 8 plus 5. So this is it. This is what this law is simply saying. So this is it. 3 to the power of 8 plus 5. So you write your 3, you pick 1, 3, that's what you do. Then add up the index. So 8 plus 5 is 3 to the power of 13. And this is the answer. Unless you're asked to find the value in real number, that's when you go ahead and. So this is the second law. The second law says a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m minus n. So when it has to do with multiplication, you add the index. When it has to do with division, you subtract the index. Let's see a question. So this is a question. 10 to the power of 8 divided by 10 to the power of 2. So remember the law, division is subtraction. So we pick 1, which is 10. We pick 1 10 to the power of 8 minus 2. and this is 10 to the power of 6. So the second one says 6 to the power of 7 divided by 6 to the power of 4. So pick 6 to the power of 7 minus 3. So 7 minus 4, which gives us 6 to the power of 3. And the third law on our list says a to the power of m bracket power of n means a to the power of m times n. Of course, we know in maths, right? Power is a sign for multiplication, okay? So let's see some questions that has to do with this. Here is an example, 2 to the power of 7 bracket 2 to the power of 2. So according to our law, this is simply 2 to the power of 7 times 2, which would give us 2 to the power of 14. So that's how this law works. Let's see one more example. We have a question that says 11 to the power of 2 in brackets to the power of 5. So this is 11 to the power of 2 times 5, which would give us 11 to the power of 10. So this is it for this. Let's see another one for the law of indices. The fourth thing on our list is that any number to the power of 1 is that same number. Anything to the power of 1 is that same thing. A to the power of 1 is A. 2 to the power of 1 is 2. 5 to the power of 1 is 5. 100 to the power of 1 is 100. Okay? Then any number to the power of 0 is 1. 100 to the power of 0 is 1. 8 to the power of 0 is 1. 3 to the power of 0 is 1. So these are facts that you should know concerning laws of indices. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 1, it's that same thing. So these are the basic things you should know about the laws of indices. We will still dive more into the laws of indices, so wait for the next video.